Legislation to introduce universal health care in St. Kitts and Nevis is currently being drafted by the legal experts, which will then go to Cabinet for consideration. Minister responsible for the National Health Insurance, Eugene Hamilton, told the Federal Parliament on Monday that a legal draftsman was retained with assistance from the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, to assist with the creation of the legislative framework.
It went to Cabinet. Cabinet approved that we move forward to provide and understand how the costing is going to be. So that last year, the committee started its work. And the committee began its work. It was comprised of members from government and from private sector and so on. They began their work, and they were supposed to produce for me a report by this December. But I have to appreciate that we had COVID and everybody has had some upsets in the thing, so that they probably won't get it until January. Meanwhile, however, we have persuaded PAHO to fund or partially fund a legal expert, a draftsman, to produce draft legislation. And that person has been engaged since September and is currently working on the legislative framework for the universal health. And if my estimation is correct, within the first quarter of 2022, we'll be in a position to present to Cabinet and say, Cabinet, this is what it is, this is the proposed legislation, this is the cost if you do A, the cost if you do B, the cost if you do C, and then we will begin to determine how we implement.
The minister said that the process was delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic, but the government is committed to completing the implementation, which will be a signature piece of legislation. He added that a component of universal health care will strongly encourage residents of St. Kitts and Nevis to lead healthier lifestyles, particularly as it relates to diet and exercise. An education component on the nutritional values of products and those that contribute to non-communicable diseases, NCDs, will be undertaken as part of the implementation plan. I am Jacinthia Teixeira for SKN Newsline.